Hello everybody, lovely to be back. I hope you're enjoying lockdown again. We're not, but anyway, we're going to make some lovely apple turnovers, and look at all these different apples I've got here. I've got some Coxes, I've got some, these are called Spartacan, these are called Gala, and most of them, all these ones, are all English apples grown just down the road in Somerset. How lovely is that? And those are the ones I'm going to use for my apple turnovers. So I'm going to need apples, some sugar, some cinnamon, have that lovely Christmassy smell, and then I need some flour, and I need some puff pastry. So those are the ingredients I'm going to need, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute. But what we're going to do now, see if you can do this at home, is we're going to peel an apple but keep the peel completely intact. This is how I do it. You can use a peeler if you want, because I want to keep the peel all in one piece. This is what I used to try and do when I was a kid. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. You have to have a sharp knife. You have to keep going very slowly, very gently. See if you can get it all off in one piece. And there's a prize if you do it. And it feels very disappointing if you don't. You just have to have another go. Like that. Do you think I'm going to be able to do it, Nick? Is the question.
Yeah. Maybe.
So difficult. This last bit's really hard. Plus it might break, you see. Yeah. How about that? One piece of peel. So just try that. Anyway, really what we've got to do is to dice it into little bits like this. So get the core out like this, or any way you like, and then you're going to cut it up into little bits like this, and you all see what I'm doing here. This is quite quick, but I'm going to do 2 apples like this. So what I'm going to suggest, Nick, is that you come back in a minute. So I've got 2 apples beautifully diced like this. We might not need all these apples, and I was going to tell you one other thing, which is that I haven't done this recipe for a very long time. In fact, Nick and I are making it up as we go along, so it's not perfect. So I'm learning just as you're learning. Okay, so we're going to put the apple anyway in this bowl, and I'm going to mix it together with some brown sugar. It's got more flavour than white sugar. Should be about right. Some lovely cinnamon, about that much. I'm sort of guessing, maybe just a touch more, and the juice of half a lemon. You'll notice this lemon, we used it for something else, the rind for something else. That's fine, we just need the juice out of it. So I'm just going to squeeze about a teaspoon of lemon juice in there, and I'm going to mix it all together and let it sit for a little while. Until all the sugar and the cinnamon and the lemon juice has gone into the... We've done the apple, and that's marinating beautifully there. And now we're going to move on to what we do, the pastry. So pastry, when you buy it ready-made like this, comes usually in a box. And I'm going to show you how you would prepare it. First of all, you have to be able to get into this cellophane, and I'm doing very well there. You unroll it very carefully onto a board. You see it's got little creases in it, but that doesn't matter. It's got the still tiny bit frozen in the middle, but that's okay. We're going to just let it come out like this. And that's how you get it out of the box to make it ready for making into something. But what we're going to do, and it's how you're going to get it, is like this. So you're going to get half a piece along with the recipe, and it will be rolled up like this. So you're going to get a piece that's rolled up like this. So you're going to unroll it just as I did that last piece onto the board. So you end up with a piece like this. So that's the bit that you're going to have. A little bit of flour. You need a rolling pin for this. So I'm going to just roll it till it's nice and smooth and just a little bit bigger. Turn it out onto the... Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it straight onto the table here. Who needs a board? Like that. Keep that. We're going to use it in a minute. So I'm trying to roll it into more or less a square. I've done very well there. See, this is what I mean. I'm kind of learning about it as I go along, so you're going to have to learn with me. So I'm going to cut it into 4 equal pieces, even if they're not quite squares. They certainly aren't, are they? But never mind. I'll have to just... I'm going to cut a bit off here and we'll do something funny with that one. We'll take those 2 bits off. Oh, that's stuck a bit, hasn't it? See, I'm not very good at it. Maybe one of you can come and show me how to do it better. You need to make sure that they're not sticking. Otherwise you're in big trouble. Right, now that's the difficult bit done. Got 4 pieces like that. We might not need to use all this apple, but get as much in as we comfortably can into the middle of that piece of pastry. Poor old Nick, having to do this, sit there with the camera. There we are. Sometimes I put raisins in, and sometimes a bit of nutmeg as well as a spice, which is quite nice. So make sure you've got a really nice, compact little mixture like that. Now this is the moment of truth. Who knows if it's going to work, but we're going to have a go at folding it over, corner to corner like that. You remember you did the samosas? This is the same thing. It's just apple instead of vegetables. And puff pastry instead of that other pastry that we had. That worked all right, didn't it, Nick?
It did.
Just about. They're not very square. It's better if you can get these to be square rather than slightly rectangular. That would be better. Making things beautiful was never my strong point, so I just have to go within my limited capabilities. That's for you, mums. Now, they're all that's done like that. I'm going to just give them a little crimp with a fork. And then get them on the tray. This is taking so little time, but don't try and hurry it, because that folding bit, I made it look quite easy. Actually, it's quite easy to end up with it torn, so you have to be careful about that. What you need is an egg, beaten up. When I was looking at this recipe, I was thinking, I'm not going to need all this egg for this recipe. So what am I going to do with it afterwards? I'll be right back. So baking tray, and look, here's that piece of paper that I was going to saving for this very job, to put those on. So they can go on the tray, keep them apart from each other. And then we're just, you've done this many times, I know you have, so it's not too much, but you want to make sure you cover it really well. Like that. You can put a bit of milk in with that egg. But I was thinking, what else could I use that egg for afterwards? Because it wouldn't be very nice when it had bits of flour mixed in it. So I don't know. You got any ideas, Nick? What can we do with this egg?
A tiny omelette.
A tiny omelette. That's a very good idea. That's a really good idea. Well, I'm going to make a tiny omelette with it then.
You could add it to a pancake batter.
Pancake
maybe.
batter, that's it.
Maybe that's a better suggestion.
That's it. Those are very good ideas.
Thank you.
Or you could add it to another egg and make a 2-egg scrambled eggs. That would be one.
Or a bigger omelette.
Yeah. I'm going to just curl these up like that. And I'm going to put a bit of sugar on them. And a bit of egg. Actually, I'll put the egg on first, and then the sugar, and then it'll stick. The sugar will stick to it. And those will just be nice to eat just on their own, even if they haven't got any apple in them. I'm going to put a little bit of sugar on top of all of them, actually. This will probably not work, but we'll see, won't we? If it doesn't work, then don't do it. We'll see in a minute when it comes out of the oven. So back in just a minute. Good. Right, let's see if they are ready. Oh, they're looking so delicious, look. They're not like the ones you get in a shop, but for my money, they're going to be really good. Now, of course, they're also very, very hot. So don't try and, they smell really delicious, and you want to put one in your mouth straight away, but don't. Because I don't need to tell you that they are really hot. When you cook sugar, it always gets to a really high temperature. So we want to leave it until they are a little bit cooler. But that was really quick, wasn't it? And these you can just munch on to another time. And I just wanted to show you one other thing, which is I've got some leftover apple. And what I would do with that is mix it with yogurt and just eat it for breakfast with maybe some granola. What would you do, Nick?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, will that do?
Yeah, or put it in a pancake.
Or put it, oh yeah, put it in a pancake.
Put it in your
with
tiny
that egg
pancake,
that
yeah.
we had earlier. There we are. So lots of ideas. It's always good to think about how am I going to use something up. And the next time I talk to you, I'm going to say what you can do with lemon that you've squeezed already, so you don't waste any more of it. See ya. Bye.